Hi, Dr. Jen Anaker here. Welcome to Anaker Clinics of Chiropractic. Our goal at our office is always to take excellent care of you. And as we're explaining what's going on, etc., a common question that we get after we've explained what we see chiropractically is, what can I do at home, doc? So we're going to go through a 10-point suggestions on things to think about or ways to be able to get a higher level of care and to just heal as efficiently as you can. Before we dive in, I will start to say, as the doctors in the office, we also have the conversation of, as we're going through a list of 10, maybe pick out 1, 2, no more than 3 things that you want to work on, because we want to have you to be able to pick a couple of things that are attainable and not try to do a whole makeover, be overwhelmed. And of course, we all know how that goes, is that you end up doing none of the things. So we're going to dive in, and we also recommend that after you've listened to these, please engage in your next visit, ask any questions that you might have around this. So number 1 is ask questions, be engaged. We want to match your level of anticipation or your level of engagement as far as, what you're seeking out healthcare wise. Ask us questions. We love those questions to better be able to tailor your care, better understandings of what's going on for you. Number 2 is following the recommendations. When the doctors in our office, when we review your case, we dive in, we think about where you're at, similar past cases. We do our very best to give you a great recommendation, because in this recommendation, we are looking at your case specifically, but also it takes time and it takes repetition. And that's so important to really make physiological changes to your nervous system, because your nervous system has oftentimes been in these maybe more than or less than states where it's been overworked or underworked for really months or years, but a lot of my adult patients more like decades. So do know that it takes time for your body to heal. Again, ask questions around that conversation. Number 3 is exercise and massage. I think under this category, a lot of times patients might have questions about yoga or acupuncture. All are great things. Your case is a very specific case. Have a question and dialogue about these things specifically to your doctor. All of these are great overall, but when a patient comes in a very acute state or there's a lot going on, we want to add things in slowly. So certainly the conversation I'm going to have around this is more of a wellness conversation that, anything would work for this ideal patient. So massage and chiropractic work very well together, as do acupuncture. Yoga is great. It, opens up the body. Certain types of yoga may be better for you. Stretching would also fall into this category. The doctors in the office can give you specific stretches that will work for you. And then the other one is movement or exercise. We do want your body to get movement. That level of movement, again, is dependent on the state that your body's in, what you might have already done. Are you starting something new, or, you race, a marathon runner, where are you at in that spectrum of activity? But on the level of whatever movement's right for you, that will help your body to heal. If you find, like a lot of patients, that you're sitting for 6 to 8 hours, that movement can be key. And it could be anything from, after dinner, a couple of blocks down and back, doing that every night, every other night, just something simple to increase that movement into your daily life. Number 4 is nutrition. So nutrition-wise, number 1 is, I would say, increase fruits and vegetables, more vegetables than fruit. The ratio on average, you might dive in and see 2 to 1. I've seen 3 to 1, 3 vegetables to 1 fruit. You can eat seasonally, eat a variety that's going to be helpful, but those vitamins and minerals are so important for your body to be able to heal. On the decrease side, take a look at how much sugars, flours, boxed foods that you're eating. Can you find more fresh? Certainly organic is always the best, but if you can't afford that, do the best you can within your budget. Supplements can be something that may also be added on. Maybe you've been evaluated by like a naturopath or someone specifically for that. There are a few key recommendations that we give, and or we can refer out for somebody to look at that within their specialty as well with another practitioner. Number 5, drinking lots of water. Water is so important. It really helps with the joints, the nerve transmission, or your body's ability to talk, waste elimination. So all of those things are key. As far as water goes, on a fitness level, they talk about taking your body weight divided by 2, and that should be the number of ounces that you drink each day. I know a lot of my patients, if they don't drink a lot, they find that to be a very large number. So I would say at least it gives you a mile marker to say, okay, I can see I need to increase my water intake and slowly, slowly increase that water intake, because that is really important for your body to be able to flush out as things are shifting and changing. Number 6 is rest. Rest is so important. On average, 7 to 8 hours. Some people can maybe get by with 6 for their body, might be efficient. Others might be 8, 9, 10. That is so important for your body to be able to heal and repair and reset itself. I know a lot of my patients may also find those first couple of weeks they're a little bit more tired. If your body's been working really hard in a not great position to try to get you through your day, once it starts to heal, it really wants to just unwind and be able to rest and heal more. So be mindful of that. The next one is emotional stressors. What causes the nerve impingement is emotional, chemical, and physical. And I think it's important emotionally to step back. We all have certain stressors in our life, whether it's relationships on different levels, things that maybe are affecting us, that step back and say, okay, where do I need to forgive and forget? Maybe I need to set up better boundaries. Maybe I need to be less engaged or more engaged in certain things. And so really stepping back, taking an inventory check of what you're emotionally putting yourself into, and figuring out where you want to put your energy and where your energy is better spent somewhere else. Number 3 is healthy habits, reducing consumption of alcohol, soda, coffee, watching what you're not only physically putting into your body, but also what you're watching, whether it's television, other media, how much time you're spending on like social media. Being mindful of those things can be so huge when everything is just at our fingertips these days, that you can easily become consumed in something you didn't want to spend a lot of time in. The next one is spiritual matters, obviously different for everyone based on your context, what your beliefs might be, but that spiritual alignment is key. Common examples are prayer, worship, meditation, really centering yourself, being grateful for the things around you, and engaging again on that spiritual level. The last one is being hopeful. Be a patient, ask questions around this, but a lot of times, again, patients have been through a lot has happened to their body, and a lot of times some of the causes of the problems have been going on not only for days, weeks, honestly months, years, and a lot of people decades. So be a patient, ask questions around this. So this is our tip for you and our suggestions for you. Please come back into the office, ask the questions that you might have around some of these tips, but our goal is always to make sure you get great quality patient care, as well as the fact that you're doing the right things at home.